All right, let's settle a big question in the mini farm animal world. Mini cow or mini goat? Which one's the best fit for you? These little guys are adorable and packed with personality, and honestly, who wouldn't want to have a mini moo or a little bleeding buddy around? But before we jump into which one might win your heart and yard space, let's talk about what makes each of these animals so unique and why choosing between the two is actually a pretty big decision. Petopedia. When it comes to personality, mini cows and mini goats are about as different as night and day. Mini cows are generally laid back and easygoing. Think of them as calm, grounded friends who are happy just grazing away in a meadow all day. They're known to be gentle and friendly with kids and other animals, which makes them great if you're looking for a peaceful, companionable buddy. On the flip side, mini goats are lively and curious. If you're looking for energy and a lot of playful companions, then goats have got you covered. They're natural-born climbers and explorers, and they'll make every corner of your yard their playground. With goats, you're signing up for endless entertainment, and a bit of mischief too. They're social creatures who thrive on interaction. So if you're up for the challenge of keeping a busy goat entertained, they're a great choice. Now let's talk about what it takes to care for these little animals. Mini cows are pretty low maintenance when it comes to grooming. Their short coats mean that a regular brushing here and there does the trick, and they're not as prone to hoof issues as goats. However, they do require a good amount of space to roam, as they're natural grazers and need that pasture life to stay healthy and happy. Mini goats, on the other hand, don't need quite as much land, a plus for smaller properties, but they do need frequent hoof trimming, and they'll appreciate a few toys or structures to climb and play on. They're active and curious, so you'll need to goat-proof your space to keep them safe and out of trouble. Plus, they might require a bit more one-on-one interaction than cows, as they're very social animals. Feeding mini cows and mini goats isn't as different as you might think, but there are a few things to keep in mind. Mini cows are grazers and rely heavily on grass, hay, and pasture to meet their nutritional needs. They're also partial to certain grains and supplements, especially in colder months when grazing might not be enough. Mini goats have a similar diet in terms of needing hay and pasture, but they also love variety. Goats are natural foragers, which means they'll happily munch on weeds, bushes, and even a few things you wouldn't expect. So keep an eye on your garden. They might need some additional minerals and vitamins, especially if they're not getting as varied a diet. Where you plan to house these animals makes a big difference. Mini cows need a lot of room to roam, as they're used to wide open spaces. You'll want a fenced area to let them graze and get exercise, and a simple shelter for them to escape the elements should be good enough. Mini goats, however, are a bit more versatile in this area. They don't need as much space as cows, but they do need a secure shelter, especially to protect them from predators. And here's where goats can get a little tricky. They're master escape artists. A solid fence is essential to keep them safe and where they belong. Both mini cows and mini goats need regular vet checkups to stay in top shape, but there are some differences in their care. Mini cows are prone to common cattle ailments, so regular vaccines and deworming are necessary. Since they're larger, finding a vet familiar with cows is a good idea. Mini goats, meanwhile, have some unique health needs, like needing specific minerals to avoid issues like bloat or urinary stones. They're generally hardy animals, but you'll want a vet who knows goats, as they can have some quirky health needs that a general vet might not catch. Let's face it, any pet is a bit of an investment, but mini cows and mini goats have their own price tags. Mini cows are generally more expensive upfront and require more food, which adds to the cost. Their vet care, while not overly complicated, can also add up if you need to call in a specialist. Mini goats, being smaller, cost less in food and general upkeep. Their vet care is usually less expensive. And since they don't need as much space, they might be a more budget-friendly option if you're limited in both funds and yard space. Whether you choose a mini cow or a mini goat, both will bring their own unique companionship to your life. Mini cows are a great choice if you're looking for a calm, grounding presence in your backyard, whereas mini goats will keep you laughing with their playful energy. Whatever choice you make, remember that these little animals have big needs and personalities, and that's what makes having them so rewarding. So, mini cow or mini goat, what's it going to be? Let us know in the comment section, as we'd love to hear you.